Okay, because I've got more questions that you have posted for the Bajaj review, I'm doing a Q&A part 2. So this is going to be the second part for the Q&A, and these are all the latest questions that you have asked. So let's get into the questions right away. What is the best feature for this scooter in your experience? That is a question that is asked multiple times, so I'm going to answer that first. So the best feature according to me, yes, it has a lot of features, but I think the best feature is this one, the key, because you just have to keep it in the pocket and you can access the scooter. That is the best convenient feature. You just have I don't have to consciously carry a key. I just have to put it in my pocket and I can access my scooter, just like using your cars. So that is the convenience feature that I like the most. So the next question that is asked multiple times is, does this have fast charging? No, it doesn't have any DC fast charging or anything like that. What you have is conveniently fast charging, you can say. It doesn't take a long time to charge, because I have been able to charge it from 12% to about 75% in 1 hour. So that is a very good accessible range. You can actually top up a lot of range into it and you can use it. Suppose if you are coming back from your office and then you are going out again in the evening, you can charge it for 1 hour and that will give you sufficient range. So SAS 0796 asked me a question. Hi brother, is it good for daily 100 kilometer running one person? By the way, very informative video. Thank you for your comments. So the question, 100 kilometers a day, yes, it is good, but if you are constantly driving 100 kilometers a day, then make sure you're charging it adequately and using it in the best way. If you accelerate a lot, that is, for example, if you use it in sport mode, your actual range is only going to be 80 kilometers or 85 kilometers. So that should give you an idea. If it is multiple charges and across the day and you're doing 100 kilometers, then it's not an issue. If it's single running, like 50 kilometers one side and 50 kilometer back, yes, it can do that, but you have to be careful on the range. So that is the caveat that you have to do. Otherwise it is good. You're going to save a lot with an EV. That is the best thing about it, because even if you're charging it, I have solar, so this is basically free for me. But even if you don't have solar, the energy cost for this is not much, so it is very much value for money compared to a petrol scooter. Okay, the next question, I'll put the question here. What will be the cost of a battery replacement? So battery replacement, I don't know the cost, because obviously this is a new scooter, and even the older scooters, no one has done a battery replacement as of yet. What you have to understand is battery replacement is going to be after 2 lakh kilometers or something, or it could be at least 10 years, or it can go up till 15 years, because the type of battery that is used in here. This is something that you have to factor in. You don't look at it as a battery replacement. Think of it as the life of the scooter. You are going to use it for so and so time. If you can get, for example, in my calculation, if I can get 40-50,000 kilometers out of it, I have already recovered my money, because for me it is free. I am running it on solar. If you can do your own calculation, see how much time it will take, for how many kilometers you have to run to recover that money that you have invested into the scooter. If you can do that, that will actually clear a lot of things. Yes, battery replacement is possible obviously, but it is going to be a very significant cost probably at that time, because this is 7-8 years or 10 years down the line. At that time you will probably say that, okay, instead of replacing the battery for probably 80,000 rupees, I'll get a new scooter, whatever is the latest at that time, which will get you the latest range and all the latest features. So that is the thing. But of course the battery can be replaced. It's not that it's not non-replaceable or anything, but there has not been a single use case about that, and that's why I don't want to comment on that. Satish Srishti asked me, very good info, can you please tell if the single side spring suspension is better than telescopic suspension? What are the advantages and disadvantages? So yes, this has a single side suspension, front and back. We have showed that to you in the previous videos. In fact, let's show that. Come here. So as you can see, there is no, both sides don't have any connection here, so that is the single side suspension. So in this, what you are seeing is a single side suspension, and earlier this was only available in very premium scooters and bikes, but now you have it in this, and that is a very USP for it. How does it feel? Well, if you are going on good roads, obviously it is good. On bad roads, it doesn't feel bad. I don't have any suspension thud or those kind of noises or something. The suspension doesn't bottom out like that, so it does feel premium. But obviously a telescopic suspension of a normal bike will be better for handling rough roads. Doesn't mean that this scooter cannot handle rough roads, because I've had to go to some rough roads sometimes, and it doesn't feel bad, but you will understand that this scooter is not made for that. So this is a in-town scooter which considers that you will have good roads. If you have good enough roads, not totally short, then you are going to be happy with it. So in terms of maintenance and everything, I don't think there should be any issues. I have not had any problems, and even at the Bajaj service center, I have not seen a single issue wherein the suspension has broken or something like in other electric scooters. I have not seen it myself. So I think it is good, and in my experience, in the comfort and everything, it is good. You don't feel any jerks, you don't feel any jolts on your hand, so it is a good suspension. Okay, Sri Raghav asks, in the 3501, can a cylinder be put in the front, because in the previous model the size is small? Yes, the size has increased here, you can see that. This is the older scooter, you can see this is small, but comparatively this space is a little larger on the scooter, so you will be able to load something, but I am not sure if you can load a actual cylinder here, because we have not used it for that. I don't think it will. The space here has increased, but I don't think there is enough space for a cylinder. It depends on the cylinder also. I don't think it will fit, but in some states, if it's a small cylinder or a water can, maybe it might fit. You will have to see and check it. I'm not going to bring a cylinder and check it, because I don't want to scratch my panels there. Those are painted panels. This is not that kind of a utilitarian scooter. You might not be able to do that, but you can try. I'm not sure. The other people I've seen on the road who carry cylinders, they have actually tied up the cylinder at the back and all. So that kind of jugaad can be done maybe, but I don't think it will fit in the front. If it does, good for you. Okay, Osmology. Yesterday I visited the Chetak showroom, and they told me there is a waiting because of display issue. They were going to solve it in front of me. Okay. Only 2903 is available for 5 to 6k discount. Okay, that could be a showroom to showroom issue. Maybe they don't have it. As I said in the previous video also, I saw the 3501 delivering happening at the showroom. So I don't know what's going on. Just check with the showroom. Maybe they want to sell that scooter too, because that is also an inventory which they have. That could be the case, or maybe it is a shortage also. So just check that. I don't know what to do with it, but there are people. Even on that day, I saw a 3501 being delivered at the showroom which I bought it from. So there is inventory coming in, and they also showed me the log that they showed me that the scooters were being delivered, new scooters from the truck. So I don't know what's the entire story happening all across, but just check it. Okay, Sai asked me 3 questions, 3 points. Do we need to fill airs in the tire like we do in petrol vehicles? Yes, you do need to keep your tires filled. Those are air, or you can put nitrogen in it, and you will have to maintain the tire pressure to get your best range, because especially on an EV, it is going to be a very big problem. It will reduce the range if you don't maintain your tire pressures properly. Second question is, if we don't use a vehicle for the long time, will the battery get discharged? No, we have had the older scooter stand for some time in between its ownership, and it doesn't lose range as much. So maybe in 4-5 days you are going to lose 1% or something like that. It doesn't drain heavily, and on this scooter also there is no drain as far as I have seen, so you are not going to have that issue. If we do not use the vehicle for a long time, will the self-start battery stop working? There are 2 batteries in this. One is the lithium ion battery, and there is a 12 volt auxiliary battery under the thing. that can go down if you don't use it. Yes, that is true, but it doesn't use it for self start or anything, so it's very highly unlikely that you're going to have so much issue that the scooter won't start. The auxiliary battery is only used for the auxiliary components. It's not used for even starting the scooter or everything. All that is done by the lithium ion battery that is in this. Okay, this comment I'm going to put it here. Sir, what is the possibility of rat bites in 3501? Can you shed some light on it? How the battery wiring is done and protected? Will the insurance company cover it? Okay, insurance company won't cover rat bites, because even for a car that is worth 50, 60 or 1 crore, they don't cover any kind of those kind of things. They'll call it as user error or storage error or natural event, so they are not going to cover it. In this, the wires, you can't see it anywhere. It is very well hidden and inside the scooter. What I would suggest is, don't store food items on it inside the scooter overnight. Just like any car, don't keep things that will attract rats into it, because if your wiring harness on this goes, it will be expensive as far as I understand. So best is to avoid it. Keep it at wherever you are storing your scooter overnight. Keep it at a neat place. Don't put it near garbage or anything. Those are the general things that you can do to solve it. Okay, Janvi asks how to operate the D button without tech pack. I'm not sure what that meant. Maybe in a previous scooter, because without the tech pack you can't get the sport mode and all those things. In this, if the tech pack is not there, you are not going to get sport mode access, reverse mode access and certain things, but the D button and all these things are accessible. So even if you don't have the tech pack enabled, if you press the drive button, it is still going to drive, and there were no issues like that. So that should answer the question. Okay, Beza Singh, I bought it 2 days ago, struggling with tech pack issues. iPhone or Android is not able to connect. Chetak app is not showing battery update or range. No features, no app. Service has not been software upgrade. Okay, what do you do? Any ideas? So in this, what's happening is, if there is some MOU or something, if that has an issue, then you will have total disconnection from your tech pack. Because this has some kind of an eSIM system wherein the data has to go to Bajaj server and then it comes onto your app. So even though you are directly connecting your phone to this, it still is taken from the cloud, those datas. This is my understanding of it because of my tech background. So what you are facing could be an MOU issue, because you have never seen the battery percentage or the other side, anything, any data of the scooter has not shown up. So that could be an issue that you have to get your service center to replace whatever the part that is. If you are having intermittent issues, yes, that does happen. I've talked to Bajaj myself, I've emailed them and I've talked to them. So they say that they are trying to fix it. I myself had some intermittent outages. That is 1 or 2 days the battery percentage won't show on the app, but the next day it will start showing up automatically. So if that is the case, Bajaj is trying to fix it. But if you are not getting it at all, then just get the service center to solve it. Because if 1 or 2 days outage, that is normal. That has happened, because in my ownership that has happened 2 or 3 times in this 1500 kilometers that I've ridden it. Mayank Chopra asked me, sir, is the matte red finish in 3501 good? Does it require more maintenance? I bought the blue, red looks attractive. Okay, so in this I've got the blue version because I like metallic colors. Red is matte red, so see that live. Some people like it because matte red is matte red. You are not going to have any glossiness to it. Some people don't like it. I don't like matte colors, especially in red, but some people really like it. So my friends, some of my friends really like that color. Maintenance wise, I don't think you are going to have any issues. The clear coat is different on it. It should be as same as this one, but I don't know about the color fade, things like that. Only long term can tell you that. Jay Prabhu asked me, hi bro, is the vehicle weighs 129 kilos, how comfortable is it for women driver? So women drivers, I don't see any issues, even though the vehicle is heavy. As I said, the battery pack is the weight and that's under the floor. So you are not going to have any issues of weight when you drive it. In fact, it actually feels very planted when you're driving it. When you're doing even emergency brakes, things like that, the scooter feels very planted on the ground. So the weight actually adds to its driving feel and dynamics. I've seen many women drive it because the weight is not high up like a normal scooter. This would be much more easier to drive. So just take a test drive at your Bajaj showroom and see if you like it. I'm sure you will like it because this is much more easier than most ICE scooters that are there, and I've seen a lot of women drive it without any issues. The next question is asked by Alec. What does the battery stop charging automatically once it reaches 100, or will it continue to charge and reduce battery life? No, automatically as you reach 100% it is going to cut off the charging. You cannot set it to charge at 85 or 95 like some phones. It doesn't have that feature, but it will stop charging at 100. So you can leave it overnight. It is safe. It won't automatically start charging again. Things like that won't happen. It's safe. I've done it. There's no issues like that. Preeti Deshmukh asked me, sir, please make a video on all connectivity app features like speed control and many more. Okay, connectivity features, I have already covered most of it. The only things I have not covered is the speed control and geolocation tagging and all that. Those are features you can go into if you like it. I see that as additional features. Many people might use it if you are giving it to a kid to use, or if you have teenagers who are at your home, you want to control the speed. This is not going to stop the speed as far as I understand, but it will just warn you when the speed has been exceeded. Also it has welcome home lights, things like that. These are features that you can always see in the manual, or your showroom guys will help you. If you want a detailed video, I'll try to create it later on down the line. Thank you for the suggestion. Rahul asked me, what is the replacement cost of the battery and is it worth buying the Chetak EV as a scooter for an investment? So think of it, how much return can you get for it? That is the only way to make sense of an EV. So even in terms of an EV scooter, how much petrol are you saving from a normal scooter, and can you add up that saving? So if in my case, as I said, because I'm charging it through solar, if I get about 40,000 kilometers, as soon as I cross that, I'll actually get my money's return out of it. That is the way I look at it. Even if you factor in the cost of electricity, it will still be around maybe 80,000 kilometers or something for a normal person. So that is how you look at it. Don't think of battery replacement costs right now, because as I said at that time, this will be 8 years down the line, 10 years down the line, maybe 15 years down the line that you are trying to replace this scooter. Till that time it shouldn't die off. It should keep working as far as the quality suggests. The battery is supposed to last that long, so you should be able to just use it till then, and after that, once you are done, you will have a choice of either replacing the battery. That will be a significant cost. Maybe at that time it will be 80,000, 1 lakh or something, but at that same cost, you add some more money and you get a new scooter with the latest features, latest technology, everything. So that will be a question that you will face at that time, and you can see and you will make a right choice. Most probably what's going to happen is, at that time, 10 years, 15 years down the line, you're just going to replace the scooter. No one is going to change the battery. Of course, there will be people who change it. The cost to benefit factor is on how much you use it. So if you buy a EV, make sure you use it maximum and get your, in Hindi we say paisa vasool, so get your maximum money's worth out of it. So I hope that answers all of your questions, and if you have any more questions, any more queries, leave it in the comments below. Like, share, subscribe. This has been Jace for TopEvt. I'll see you in the next video.